Today we have a very important story coming from northern Nigeria, and it's something everyone needs to hear. Hausa leaders have publicly declared enough is enough, and they are standing up against what they call the rule of terror in their communities. This is not just words. They are sending a strong message to everyone from residents in their towns to the federal government that they will no longer tolerate kidnappings, attacks, and lawlessness. Before we go deeper, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss updates like this. Over the last few years, northern Nigeria has been struggling with insecurity. Banditry, terrorism, kidnappings, and attacks on villages have become frighteningly common. Communities have felt abandoned, and in some places, these criminals are not only attacking people but are starting to act like rulers, collecting money, enforcing their own rules, and intimidating local residents. That's exactly what Hausa leaders are pushing back against today. They are telling everyone this will not continue. Our communities will no longer live in fear. These leaders are respected voices in their communities. They are elders, traditional authorities, and religious figures who have always been mediators and peacekeepers. When they speak, people listen. And now they are uniting to send a message of courage. They are saying, we will protect our people, we will support the security agencies, and we will not allow terrorists to control our towns. It's a moment of empowerment for communities that have long felt powerless. What makes this situation critical is how serious the criminals have become. We are not just talking about small attacks. Reports show that some terror groups are collecting taxes and enforcing their own laws. They are acting like governments. Imagine your town, your village, where instead of following national law, people are forced to obey criminals. That is exactly what has been happening, and that is why Hausa leaders are stepping up. They want to restore normal life, safety, and trust in the rule of law. Northern communities are now mobilizing, and this is very important. People are coming together to support local safety measures, not to replace the police or military, but to complement them. They are forming local watch groups, sharing information, and preparing to protect their towns. It is a sign that the people themselves are taking responsibility for their safety, and it shows unity against terror. This action has national significance. Northern Nigeria is a crucial part of the country. The instability there affects food production, cattle rearing, and economic activity. When these communities are under attack, it's not just the north that suffers. It affects the whole nation. Businesses hesitate to invest, farmers are afraid to work their fields, and people move away from areas that feel unsafe. So, when Hausa leaders rise up, it's not just a local story. It is a signal to the entire country that peace and security are non-negotiable. Now, you might ask, can communities really fight back? The answer is yes, but carefully. The leaders are advocating for coordinated efforts. They want communities to support intelligence sharing, early warnings, and vigilance, all in partnership with the police and military. This is not about taking the law into their own hands recklessly. It is about responsible action to reclaim safety. And it's inspiring to see this unity. At the same time, challenges remain. Some of these criminal networks are highly organized with the shifting alliances and resources. The government and security forces are stretched thin, and corruption sometimes slows the response. Communities must act wisely, avoiding conflict among themselves or creating vigilante groups that could go out of control. That's why the guidance of traditional leaders is so critical. They provide wisdom, organization, and accountability. It is also important for everyone watching this to understand their role. Staying informed, sharing verified news, and supporting peace-building initiatives is powerful. Encouraging dialogue between farmers, herders, and local youth can reduce the risk of future conflicts. Education and employment programs are crucial too, because many young people join criminal networks when they feel hopeless. If we support positive opportunities, we help prevent the rise of terror in the first place. This is a pivotal moment for northern Nigeria. The statement from Hausa leaders, "Enough is enough," is more than just words. It is a call to action. It is a reminder that communities can and must stand together to protect their families and their towns. It is also a call to the government. The people are demanding action and protection. They are demanding a return to normal life, safety, and trust in law and order. So, viewers, this is where you come in. Talk about these stories, share them responsibly, and support initiatives that strengthen communities. Help the discussion go beyond social media. Encourage real dialogue and peaceful engagement. Remember, every voice counts when it comes to building safer communities. And while you are here, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates and detailed stories on what's happening across Nigeria. The courage and unity of northern communities right now is something to pay attention to. It is a story of hope in the face of fear. It reminds us that when leaders and citizens work together, even the most challenging situations can begin to change. Communities are showing resilience, leadership, and a commitment to reclaim their towns from terror. It's inspiring, and it is a message everyone in Nigeria and the world needs to hear. It's important to understand that this movement is spreading across multiple states in northern Nigeria. Communities in Katsina, Kaduna, Zamfara, and Kano are not waiting for external solutions. They are coming together to protect their towns and villages. Local leaders are holding meetings with residents, discussing safety strategies, and coordinating with law enforcement. These are practical steps, not just speeches. And this is the kind of proactive approach that can make a real difference. In some towns, community groups are organizing night patrols and neighborhood watches. They are also sharing information about suspicious movements and potential threats. This is helping authorities respond faster to attacks and prevents criminals from moving freely. It's a simple yet effective approach. When communities are alert and informed, crime is harder to thrive. I want to remind everyone watching, if you're finding this useful, hit the like button and subscribe. Sharing this video helps us reach more people, and awareness is part of the solution. Now let's talk about another important aspect, how Hausa leaders are involving youth. Many young people in northern Nigeria have been vulnerable to recruitment by criminal gangs due to unemployment and lack of opportunities. Leaders are now actively engaging them in community service, training programs, and educational initiatives. This is critical because when young people are given hope and purpose, they are less likely to join violent groups. This approach addresses not just immediate threats, but also long-term stability. We also see religious leaders stepping in, emphasizing peace, forgiveness, and unity. They are speaking to their congregations, reminding them that violence benefits no one, and that communities can only thrive together. This moral guidance, combined with practical measures, creates a strong front against terror. Another interesting development is how northern communities in Lagos and other southern cities are participating. Even those living outside their home states are saying, "We will not allow criminals from the north to spread fear elsewhere." This shows that northern Nigerians, whether in their towns or in diaspora communities, are united in protecting their people and their reputation. It's worth noting how this movement is different from past reactions. In the past, attacks would create fear and helplessness. Now, leaders are calling for coordinated responses, citizens are organizing themselves, and communities are taking ownership of their safety. This is a sign that people are learning, adapting, and refusing to live in fear. And that is why this moment is historic. Let's pause here to think about the broader picture. When communities take this kind of responsibility seriously, they create pressure on the government to act more effectively. It's a partnership. Communities help with intelligence and local knowledge, while government security forces bring manpower, training, and legal authority. Together, this can be a powerful combination to restore peace. I also want to highlight the courage of specific towns. Some villages in Zamfara recently faced repeated attacks but refused to evacuate. Instead, they fortified their homes, organized local patrols, and coordinated with security forces. Their determination has already resulted in fewer successful attacks. Stories like this are inspiring, and they show that organized communities can push back against terror without resorting to chaos. Again, for everyone watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Every time you do, you help amplify these stories, encouraging other communities and viewers to learn from them. One more key point: communication is vital. Community leaders are now establishing hotlines, WhatsApp groups, and local alert systems to quickly report threats. This rapid communication network ensures that when an attack is suspected, authorities and residents can respond immediately. It's a simple but highly effective step that is saving lives. It's also important to understand the national impact. When northern communities regain control and push back against terror, the entire country benefits. Food production stabilizes, trade routes become safer, and investors regain confidence. Children can attend school without fear, and families can rebuild their lives. It shows that local actions have national consequences, and this is why it's so crucial that people pay attention and get involved. Another inspiring angle is the cooperation between different ethnic and religious groups. Even in areas where there have been historical tensions, people are coming together for the common goal of safety. This unity strengthens communities and sends a message to criminals that fear and division will not work anymore. And yes, these efforts are ongoing. There are still challenges. Criminals adapt, resources are limited, and the government must continue to support these initiatives. But the momentum is on the side of communities. The unity, courage, and intelligence being displayed are exactly what is needed to turn the tide against terror in northern Nigeria.